Today's box card is the Santa box card.
Merry Christmas!
So this box card, I don't know why this keeps happening to me. Every time I want to make this card, I think I should put some bricks on here because this is like a chimney, right? And then I don't do it. And I cut all the paper, and this is the way it's going to be. So I use the red paper with some like barely visible, I don't know if that's black or brown polka dots. And then the flaps have like a foil thing on it. And I think Mary did, from SVG Cuts, I think she did a glitter, but I don't remember, a white glitter, but I'm not sure, I don't remember. But I did use white glitter on the Santa suit. I used white glitter for the white, and I used red glitter for the red. And I used this pattern for the bag that's got like reindeer on it. And I used foil. Dropped my remote. I used foil for the stars, and I just used a regular pattern for the little present. I used this pattern for the present in the back, and in the back I used an embossing folder because that's what they did on SVG Cuts. She embossed the green color that's on there, so and it's like snowflakes. So so on the back I used the same red paper from the front, and then I put a white piece over for the message. And then in the back there's there's 3 stars, and then of course the candy cane has the candy cane stripes. And the red stripes on here, it's like a puffy glitter thing, and I really like that paper, and I'm running out. So, and I, believe it or not, I've been making this card for 3 years, and I've still got the paper for this. So that's the only thing I cut that paper for, is this exact candy cane. So let's get started making it. Okay, here are all of my pieces, and just like I mentioned before about the embossing, I had to use the embossing folder for this piece, and I don't know if you can really see it that well. You can see it, right? In a certain light you can see it, but because it's only so long, it stops right here. But this is the bottom. Nobody's going to see it, so it doesn't really matter. So, and so this piece has a lot going on, but I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to get the box card together first. This is going to be the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of the pieces on the outside first. And these are the ones that I've numbered. So I've got my number 1 here. So I know that, well, I mean, I don't need that to be numbered, but I numbered it because of these. And my mouse just took me somewhere else. There we go. So these are all numbered. So 2, 3, 4, only because they're, you know, I want them to be lined up the way they're supposed to look, the way they were cut. So this piece is going to be covered up by the message area. And I'm also going to, I was going to say that I was going to put the button on it, but I remember I'm going to put that button on the front. Okay, I've covered up the message area. I like to put the glue on the outside of the message area only.
So I got my 2. I should probably fold along the score lines, but I can see them. Normally I can't see them. I have to fold along the score lines just to be able to see them, but I can see them just fine right here. Number 2 or number 3. See how these line up like this? If you can even, you can see the dots, I guess. But that's the way I wanted, the reason I wanted to make sure that they were numbered so that when I put them on, they're lined up exactly the way they were on the, when I cut them on the paper, on the Cricut. See, these are lined up. And this one, again, I should have used the bricks, but every time I go to make this card, I always forget the bricks. And I had time, I could have changed it, but I don't have brick paper, so changing it was not really an option. And I could have loaded them, but I don't. I really don't want to print anything unless I have to. So these and this pattern were from the Recollections set, as well as this pattern and the candy cane. This pattern came with the paper that was given to me, and then I used the glitter, white glitter and red glitter for Santa. And I like the thing that the downside of using or of printing your own is that if there is paper like this one that has the foil on it, that's probably your better bet to use that, because it adds to the card. It makes it a little nicer. And I suppose I could, because I have the foil thing that goes on the Cricut, but when I first bought it and I used it on the pieces that came with the foil thing, this thing, the foil transfer kit, the pieces, the gold didn't transfer very nice or very well. So I used it several times, and every time it didn't work out, so I just never used it again. And I ended up buying a pack of 12 by 12, I believe it was gold foil, and I just never used it because I lost faith in the idea of the gold foil transfer thing, because of the bad experience, or well, I wouldn't say bad experience, it didn't transfer at all. So the no experience, I guess. So I had to put that on first because when I put this green embossed paper on here, it has to go over that flap that I just glued on, so I have to put this on this way. And in the past I've used a patterned paper for this piece, But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of using the embossing folder too. I don't want to get glue all over the back, the message area that I probably should have put on last. Okay. Yep, the back is safe. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So now I'm going to do the one that goes in the back. Oh, actually, this goes on the embossed part, so I'm going to do that first. And this is going to be the bigger the bigger stars. Oops. So just to make sure that there's not a lot of glue on the outside, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. I don't want to get glue all over the foil. It was curling up. And I think I got glue on the foil. This foil paper is very difficult. It doesn't stick to the mat when I cut it on the Cricut. I have to hold it. Even with a brand new Cricut mat, I have to hold it down just to make sure it doesn't come off. And then when I go to glue it, I have to worry about getting glue all over it. So why do I use it? Good question. I like it. I think that the foil adds to the it just adds to the card, you know. And then the SVG cuts, they just have it sitting like this on here. And also she used a patterned paper for the stars. She didn't use foil. That was just something that I decided to do. Okay, now this one. I love this candy cane, although it does make it difficult to cut it because this red is kind of poofy, so it is kind of hard to cut. It cuts all over the rest of the the graphic or the paper, but when I go to take it off the mat, the candy canes are still stuck to the paper because of the red stripes. And this is one that I probably should have, when I made the chipboard, I probably should have you know, done the whole size of the candy cane and the present, but once it's glued down and the glue dries, it should stiffen it up a little. So that'll be fine. The Santa Claus, however, I did do that with the chipboard because I'm using 2 layers of glitter paper, and it doesn't stand up great on its own. So if I just used a plain white and a plain red cardstock, it probably would have been better. It would have stood up on its own. But I like to use glitter paper because it just makes it look nicer. Oh, that's interesting. The glue came up. See, with this glue, I have to make sure it's on there before I let go of it. I was like, why isn't this sticking great? Or why isn't this folding right? Luckily, I was able to scrape that and put more glue on. Okay, so that's in. Now for the multi-layers of the Santa Claus piece. Well, this goes on there. So we've got the chipboard. I'll just put the chipboard on first. And see, right at the feet is the weak point. So what I did to make this piece, the chipboard, is I just duplicated this and then just, you know, cut it as chipboard. And this bottom of this, you can kind of see where it didn't come off nice. So I'm just going to put a little glue on that just to make it stick down a little, because I don't have anything to cut it real quick. There, that's fine. Okay, so we got to put this piece on. And this pattern, I regret having to do that because this pattern looks really nice. I would have liked to have used that for something. But this is one of the graphics that was given to me, and for the bag for this Santa Claus, I thought that the side with the reindeer would make a better look, because that's for the bag. Okay, now the white part. Oh, and this is left over because I cut this for all of them, and then I didn't realize that I would need more of chipboard for the back of this, so that's junk. Okay, this is the white glitter. And at a certain light or certain angle, it looks pink, but it is white when you look at it in the light. Now this piece is going to be difficult to get the glue on, and I do have a paintbrush, but I'm just going to try not getting it everywhere, but also getting it everywhere. Oh, my dog is snoring. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay, that's enough. Dogs are so wonderful. I'm just pressing it down like a million times just to make sure that it's all glued down. Now I can glue this onto the box. Make sure it's not leaning back too much. Looks fine, but I think it's because of all the glue, it's kind of warping a little. It should be fine. That is the thickest. That is the thickest paper right here because of the chipboard and because the glitter glue is so thick. I mean, the glitter paper is so thick. Okay, now the last piece. And this piece is going to go right here in this square. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but there's glitter glue everywhere. I mean, glitter everywhere from this paper. This part, the snowflake, that line goes up and down, and then the last three pieces, actually there's two pieces, these two stars are one piece. I'm going to try not to make a mess. Okay. And then this piece, it's got to hold down. And I already got glue on the outside. That's just going to go here. It's going to hold it down. Get all the I've learned to not use the side of the paper towel that has ink Sometimes a paper towel will help get the glue off of the foil. It'll shine it up, make it nice and neat. Okay, and this piece is just going to have some glue on this part. And for my button, I'm going to deliberately look for something that's got like Santa Claus or something that would match this card. Let's see. Well, actually, I think a stocking would look nice, or the ho ho ho. See, a red one maybe. Maybe a tree. A tree would be good. Let's use a tree. Or a present. There's so many possibilities. I'm going to go with the tree because I believe this is like a actually, if it is like a chimney, I'm just going to use a stocking. I think a stocking would be better. I'm going to just drop one. This bag, I don't have enough to make or to put on all of the cards that I'm making, so you'd think I have enough, but nope, I don't. So this can just go here. I'll make this a little skew. Well, not that much askew. Grab the button on the floor. So that looks okay. So I think that would look better with the stocking because it's supposed to be like a chimney, I guess, or something. So let's see. Get the envelope. And oh, I accidentally made the envelope before I when I was putting I put all of the envelopes together except for one, and I accidentally put one together. So all I can do is put the double stick tape on it now. Sorry, but you've seen how I make them, so, or put them together. So and it was just this one that I accidentally made the envelope. Okay, that's it. That is the Santa box card. And I have one more video for tomorrow, and then I'll have a nice weekend. And I hope you have a nice weekend. And I'll say that tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.